You know, they say that money doesn't grow on trees, but it certainly grows inside whatnot packs. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video with Swaggle. And in this one, we're talking about red foil. Red foil printing money, because there you see it right in front of you. Not one, but two confirmed sales for the Ultimate Spider-Man #1, limited to 24 copies, the red foil Year in Marvel 24 Whatnot pack pull, selling for $1,600 and $1,500 respectfully. Holy jumpin', these packs are printing money. So in this video, I wanted to do a little bit of a market report, talk about some of these sales, check in on some of the other books that have also been selling with these Whatnot packs. I mean, here we are on the other end of New York Comic Con, which, by the way, shout out to everybody I met at New York Comic Con. It was a ton of fun. I'm still over here recovering. You guys can probably hear it in my voice. I'm a little bit under the weather, but we got to talk about these pack sales regardless, because this is very, very impressive for a new product in the comic book market. And we have to ask ourselves the question, is this a sign of things to come? And how does the community feel about these sales? But of course, before I get into the video, if you guys could like, comment, subscribe, I appreciate it. Help support the channel doing those things. But let us get into this video here today. Well, there you guys see it. The big news of this video, the big sales so far, $1,500 and $1,600 on a one bid live action respectively. Now, what's interesting about this is that, I knew that I was going to make this video when I saw the $1,600 sale, but, the thing I was going to ask is, how much do we want to put stock into this? Like, do we really feel that this is a one-off thing? Is this going to be, something where the next sale drops by 50% and goes to $800? But, before I actually started recording, we actually got this other sale right here. So we pretty much can confirm. I mean, I feel like when you get two sales in a row, that tends to be a good indication of what the demand and what the price may actually be, at least for the time being. And that is pretty impressive overall. Now, if you guys don't know these books or you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll refer back to the video I made last week where I unboxed a few of the Whatnot packs. TLDR, Whatnot came out with these kind of year in review books where they took some of the hottest selling titles of this year. They put some foils on them. They made some incentive chase ratios, kind of simulating the card ripping, scenario, and they sold like hotcakes over the course of this last weekend, and everybody was really excited about the opportunity to pull the grand prize, which in this particular case essentially is the Ultimate Spider-Man #1 in this red foil. I mean, there were other books there. There's the Doom #1, there's the Deadpool one, there's the Wolverine in Deadpool, and then there's the Blood Hunt. But I think Ultimate Spider-Man, being that, this was such a successful title this year, a Hickman book that everybody loved, it's Spider-Man, the most popular character, I think it was clear that this one was going to be kind of the grand prize that, would command at least the most money on the secondary market. And, anyone who pulled it was going to be very excited. Like this guy right here, who they caught on video at the Hero House in New York, ripping open this pack. Maybe one of these books was his sale. So congratulations to that guy. So what do you guys think about this overall? I mean, pretty crazy that, they come out with this pack, they say, here's going to be the grand prize book, and instantaneously they get these sales, $1,500. I mean, it kind of makes sense now that if you can pull a book that's going to sell for this much, I mean, why wouldn't you pay, a slash price of $189 for one of these packs for the chance to win? $160 right here, another pack for 5 bids. $184 best offer, $600 for an entire box. Now, this is really going the way of trading cards. I mean, we already talked about it in some of our other videos. It's like trading cards is so successful on Whatnot. The dopamine hit that you get from ripping open these packs, everybody knows what it's like. The hits, the videos, everyone's screaming when they pull the big card. And that's why it was clear that these things were going to be very successful moving over to comic books. Now, I realize that comic books is a different medium. There's a story inside this book, so it's not quite a one-to-one. So there's going to be a lot of people, I know you guys in the comments are going to say that this is ridiculous. I know someone's going to post a comment that says, a fool and his money are soon parted, and that's going to be the thing that is the most upvoted. But I'm just showing you guys how crazy, this model is and how much that it actually works. Now, for context here, this is a full box. It comes with 3 packs, and within each pack, you open it up, it has 3 comic books in it. And the red foil was 1 in 42, I think was the chances there. So, if you bought 42 of these packs at $150 a pop. Well, you guys can do the math. I mean, hey, you'd be losing money if you didn't buy the red foil right here for $1,500, right? Isn't that how that works? Well, let's check in on some of the other sales that also occurred for these books. I mean, not only is the $1,500 sale crazy, but just the fact that some of these books are commanding the prices that you see in front of you. I mean, look at this. The gold foil for Doctor Doom #1 selling for $300. You know, 2 of the Doctor Doom books, $160 for the 2. A slash price of $140, slash price of $125 for the silver. $100 right there for the regular foil, slash price at $90, $75 for the silver. You know, $60 right here. You know, I had this sorted by highest price to lowest price, but even at the lowest price, the Doom book selling for $55. I mean, hell, that's not bad at all. You know, I'm giving away all the books that I opened up in my video, which, you know, by the way, check your comments because I will respond to you if you actually won one of the books I'm giving away. I mean, that's free money right there. It's pretty crazy. Even the Ultimate Spider-Man ones. I mean, we already talked about the red foil, but look at this. The Prismatic selling for $350. Another Prismatic selling for $300. You got the silver foil selling for $90 right there. Another $90 sale. $75. I mean, nothing to sneeze at. Like, again, you know, I kind of saying in jest that these Whatnot packs are printing money, but I mean, they genuinely are printing money right here. It's pretty crazy, like how many sales there are and how high the dollar figure is. I mean, it gets a little bit lower when you get to Blood Hunt. Obviously not as, you know, maybe popular of, you know, a title as Doom or Spider-Man, but still $80 here, $60 here, even $20. I mean, $20 is still $20. Same with the Deadpool and Wolverine stuff. This Deadpool selling for $300, the Wolverine Deadpool gold foil selling for $200. I mean, this is already a lot higher than what the X-Men 97 packs were, where you can see like the Rob Liefeld cover is already selling under $200. So it kind of feels like that they've actually improved upon, you know, the formula of X-Men 97, that these packs are actually, you know, outselling, at least for the time being, you know, the X-Men 97 packs, which were already selling for quite a lot. And here you have the Marvel Whatnot exclusive year in 24 Deadpool 1 red foil that is currently listed at $1,600 with a buy it now of $5,000. You know, maybe that's a good pickup. I don't know. You guys tell me. But pretty crazy to see that. And, you know, even in cover price right now, you can see that, you know, the top 10 books, the Whatnot packs are number 7 right here. Now, I don't know if that's the Whatnot pack specifically or if that's sort of an umbrella for all of the books within the Whatnot packs that are going at number 7. But, you know, pretty crazy to see that on cover price. This is definitely in the top 10. Of course, we have Batman, Spawn, the Magic the Gathering stuff, which I'll probably do separate videos to talk about this all together. But before we wrap it up, I wanted to check in with the community to see how they felt. You know, shout out to Mr. Longshore right here who made this post, you know, talking about this crazy sale for $1,600. Bolo says, the rarest variant in Marvel history so far, ... Okay, I guess that might be an indication that, you know, like I said, they're going to do more of these Whatnot packs. I mean, as long as they sell, as long as they're popular, they're going to continue to do them. And if Bolo is saying that it's the rarest so far, well, you know what that means. There's going to be a one of one. There's going to be another pack where it literally is the one ring. Remember the Magic the Gathering, how they came out with the Lord of the Rings set and they did a one of one, one ring to rule them all card, and then Post Malone bought it for $2 million? I mean, this is the model. This is the opportunity for Marvel to do something like this. And people might actually pay that price. Welcome to the new world. It's basically sports cards, and it was inevitable. If you're going to sell looking like it's going to be sink or swim for most of us. I mean, listen, if you have a Whatnot account, if you're a Whatnot seller, I mean, this was like free money for you. Like, you would be silly to not have participated in this. DL Barger says, can't wait to watch this fall. Well, like all things do, you know, I'm sure that the prices are going to come down, you know, 5, 6, 7 months from now. I mean, I'm sure we can look back on all of the classic, you know, acetate books, Eminem Spotlight variants, Tosin Aduye, Spider Boy. I mean, how much are those books worth now? But, you know, people want it because it's the time to buy it right now. Josh's Comic Books with the Gremlins emoji right there. Drunken Chat says, damn. Josh Comics with the laughing emoji. Maybe the buyer doesn't really consider $1,600 as much money, and they wanted it. True. I mean, if you're somebody who just wants it, and you just want it, and you want to spend $1,600, I mean, by all means, just spend $1,600. It's, you know, what are you going to do? People are going to buy whatever they want to buy. I'm not going to be one to tell them that they shouldn't. I'm just going to be here with the popcorn to report on it. I put glitter on mine and listed it at $3,000. How about that? I mean, listen, you wouldn't be the only person to do that because, again, reporting from New York Comic Con, foil is popular, guys. If you put foil on something, you're going to get a sale. I don't really sell my books, but I have the Red Spider-Man and Red Doom. I might just have to throw them up for some ridiculous price while the iron's hot. Well, Nimesh, if you actually did pull the Red Spider-Man and the Red Doom, if I were you, I definitely would list them as well. Are we collecting reprints now? The future of comics. Yawn. And then, of course, the classic Naked Gun head slap emoji right there. Now, before we wrap it up, I did want to shout out Ninth Wonder's post here, which I thought was really interesting. It's a good kind of conversation to have with you guys and to sort of leave this video here. But he said this: the comic book community is a weird and funny place. Y'all scream, collect what you like. Then when someone pays more for a book than what you personally deem it's worth, here comes a flood of negative reactions. So are we not allowed to collect what we like or not? Any sector of business, and especially hobbies, need new customers being cycled into the business model in order to sustain constant growth. If we never try or do anything new in comics, how do you expect the hobby to grow or even stay alive? I mean, I think that that's a really good point. I think that that's very true. Again, I'm not mad at WhatNot doing this product. In fact, I've said in my video, I think it's actually a brilliant idea. They should do this thing. Really, the only problem is that there's going to be a lot of people, you know, who get burned on this stuff because they themselves can't control their own impulses, and they're going to overspend, or they're going to pay more, or they're going to think that this book is going to hold up, you know, its value over the long term, when, you know, the chances are that it won't. But at the same time, you know, there's nothing wrong with making this product. So what do you guys think about that? Do you guys think that this is a, hey, buy what you like? If you like paying $1,600 for the red foil, by all means. I think there's a middle ground here. I think on the one hand, you know, yes, this product is definitely kind of applying to the speculator market. You know, it's not necessarily about the stories that are inside the book. It's about the chase of the rarity of, you know, the foil cover, which, you know, maybe for a lot of people that are in comic books, they don't like that because they sort of feel like, you know, comics are meant to be read. I mean, we've heard it many times before, but at the same time, you know, if you want to collect it, you want to collect it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, if you don't like this, you don't have to participate in, you know, buying WhatNot packs. You know, the comic books that you like, you know, if you just like the stories, you know, they're still there for you. You can go buy the, you know, original Ultimate Spider-Man #1 and just read the regular cover. So it doesn't really necessarily affect you. Although, on the other hand, you know, if this becomes the model and then all of a sudden Marvel is more focused on creating WhatNot packs versus, you know, telling good stories, then, you know, it can be a problem as well. So I think it's a constant conversation and a constant check-in with the community to see how they feel about products like these. Your comic book plug says, I'm with you, free market, and if someone wants it and can afford it, more power to them. I don't hate on people who sell perceived crap. There's a whole second industry within the industry of awful comics being made with multiple covers weekly, capitalism at its finest. Dark Evolution says, no, Ninth, it has to go through an extreme vetting process to make sure the most people on the internet agree, or you are immediately deemed a moron and should repent immediately. That is true. That's very, very true, Dark Evolution. As you guys may or may not have seen my video of, you know, are you a real comic book collector? The reality is, if you don't buy Bronze Age raw comic books off the newsstand that were written by Bernie Wrightson, then you, sir, are not a real comic book collector. Ain't that the truth? There are no real comic book collectors anymore, just ones that pay $1,600 for red foil variants. Anyways, that's all for this video. That was me doing a little bit of a market report on the WhatNot packs. Let me know what you guys think about this. What do you guys think about the WhatNot packs in general? Are you guys sort of excited to see where this whole thing goes? Do you guys think that this is a waste of money? Would you yourself pick up the WhatNot packs? Did you pick up any of the WhatNot packs? I'm really, really curious to see how many more of these things they do in the future. Anyways, that's all for this one. Let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe. See you on the next video.